Hey guys, what's up? What's good? I wanted to show you some really cool things that I've been building on my store. If you're not familiar with my platform, it's called Genius Loci, and that means the spirit of a place. So I want to show you some cool things that I've been doing. First off, I've coded in this little ticker up here at the top of my website to show market prices of various sports cars and collector items, as well as, we're going to have some gold and silver bullion up there. Basically, the whole point of my store is that it's a marketplace for objects that have value. Tools that have value, collectible objects, cars being one of them, since those have so much spirit, I feel like. But anyways, I wanted to show you a couple of cool things that I've been doing. One of the big things I do on Genius Loci is trading cards. So I have all sorts here that I've sourced. We've got anything from like Bitcoin cards to old pinup girl cards. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Attack on Titan, Pokemon, pretty much a little bit of everything. One Piece. But what I've been developing, what the whole point of this video really is to show you, is lately I've been developing a market intelligence tool for Yu-Gi-Oh! Now soon this is going to be available for other trading card games as well. But right now I decided to do it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's the one I know best. So what this tool allows you to do is enter your card that you're curious about. I just did Dark Magician from LOB just to kind of illustrate what we have going on here. It will show you, I wanted to build this so it's like a trading dashboard. So this is going to hopefully give you everything you would need to know on a trading card that you might be interested on. So you've got your current price, your 7-day, your 30-day, your 90-day, all-time highs, all-time lows. What was really tricky about this is actually being able to find data all the way back to 2002. So I need to work on the reliability of this data, but to my knowledge, this is the only place you can find the entire price history of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Normally things like collector or price charting, they only give you a limited picture. So here you can go from either all time, or you can even go on the weekly, and this is catching sold listings on a couple different platforms. So you can see for our Dark Magician, it's been doing really well the past year, up 6.3% in the past year, so that's awesome to see. But you can see if you compare it to like the COVID spike, we're kind of down from there but settling off. So this will give you everything you need to know to make intelligent, more data-driven decisions about trading cards. So one of the big things I wanted to do is put things in plain English terms, so you can see it comes up with a market signal here. So vintage first edition Legend of Blue Eyes cards are experiencing renewed collector interest as 25th anniversary approaches, nostalgia-driven demand strengthens. So, and then it's going to give you an overall signal. So we've got a bullish signal on the first edition Dark Magician, which seems pretty obvious, but here we actually have data to back up that claim. If you go down here, you can see sold listings that it's pulling from TCG Player, Whatnot, and eBay, which is really sick. I'm very proud of that. And then it kind of shows you price by condition as well over here. So we kind of have a different breakdown of what they're going for per condition. Right now it's just getting PSA data. I don't really feel like doing Beckett or CGC or any of that right now. So we're just going to leave PSA as the one we're going to reference. And then you can see your graded population, which is interesting. And then it'll give you some speculation signals over here. So it gives you some bull cases and bear cases. And, to me, this is the most detailed tool I have ever seen for tracking an individual card. Now, what I want to do with this application is, first of all, finish it. But a couple of things, you'll be able to have a profile where you save your individual cards. You'll have deep market analysis available to you. So not just is it going up and down, you'll be able to really take an in-depth look. Hopefully I'll be able to input trading volume at some point and understand how the market capitalization is going to affect a trading card. And to my knowledge, this is going to be the only application where you can do that. And hopefully I can get some legitimate kind of technical analysis baked into this as well. So you can see your moving averages, stuff like that. So I know for Pokemon collectors and Magic the Gathering collectors, this is going to be a very useful tool once it's fully built out. What I'm thinking is, at the start, it's going to be, you get a set amount of cards for free, and you can use the app and explore around and create a little profile. And then we're going to have different tiers where you get higher levels of analysis, you get more kind of like data time frames, and just kind of be able to dig into it a little further. So down here, it has a kind of a collector intelligence output I coded into here, so it's going to give you a little blurb about what is going on with the card in plain English, because not everyone is going to want to look at charts. I wanted to make this like a trading terminal interface for trading cards. So to me, this is about the coolest thing I've ever made. It's up there. So we've got Gold Spot, we've got collectible cars up here. If you've been seeing, here's like Blastoise coming in. So this overall is going to be like a trader's terminal for cards. And to me, it's unlike anything else. Hopefully at some point we're going to get an integration where you can export the data, you can have your collection on here, and you can create data-driven reports. Okay, my collection's up 6% year over year, or it's down. Maybe consider moving these cards are flat. So when I say it's a market intelligence tool, I really mean that. It's not just, oh, I enter my card and this is what it's worth, like on most of these platforms. What I'm trying to bring to light here is something that's genuinely useful for someone looking to collect and track the price of their Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So another cool feature, if you go down here and look at live marketplace search, if you just click eBay, it'll literally enter exactly the card we're talking about here. And here you go, there's a PSA 9 for $545 for sale. There's an ultra rare first edition Asian English. There's an ultra rare first edition moderately played. So it'll take you straight to eBay. And if we go back, let's see if Card Ladder works yet. Okay, so Card Ladder is not quite working yet. So as you can see, this app is in prototype development still. But if we go to Mercari, it'll automatically populate your Mercari search. So this is going to be a very useful tool once it's completely finished. If you're interested in using this tool right now, you need to sign up right here, okay? I'm collecting an email list. I am building the tool as we speak. So, anyone who puts their email in here, I'm going to try and tag you so you're interested in, the market intelligence app. But anyways, you guys will be the first to know about, further developments with this app. Right now, like I said, right now it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Soon we're going to be adding Magic the Gathering and Pokemon as well. And then one other thing I wanted to show you that I'm going to integrate is this TCG price tracker. So this is kind of similar, but here, let's get rid of the slot machine. This is kind of similar, but it does it in a more visual format. So what I'm looking to do is kind of integrate these two apps together. So maybe you search your Dark Magician here and it pulls up an image of it. You can choose to watch it. You can send me notifications for price alerts. So I don't know if I'm going to release these tools as separate items or integrate them into one continuous dashboard. But that's why I'm looking for people who are interested in testing and trying out these things. Because I kind of need feedback. I can't do all this by myself. I am, primarily focused on building the apps and bringing products to market at the moment. So, but anyways, guys, I just wanted to show you that. I'm really proud of this, and I think someday it's going to be a very useful tool for all of us that are interested in trading cards and really getting a level of detail that is really just truly not available thus far. And that's kind of what I'm going for. And hopefully this market intelligence tool can be applied to something like this, like the Porsche 981 GT4, or maybe you want to track the Stelvio QV. So a lot of what I'm building is going to carry over into other collectible things. My whole store is about, things people, basically objects people give a crap about, things that have intrinsic value almost. So, in that I've got RPG stuff, tabletop stuff. So like if we go to wargaming, I know Warhammer's super big right now, but I've got a lot of different stuff. At some point, you know, it would be great to be able to track something like this and have market intelligence tools for Warhammer figurines. You know, to my knowledge, I would be the only place having that again. So what I'm building here is pretty special, and you know, this is basically an open invitation for you guys to come check it out and play around with the platform. And if you're interested, you know, go over to the creator resources. Pardon me. Go over to the creator resources section and check out either of these. For the market intelligence app, I only have a limited amount of spots for beta access. So what I really need you to do is send me an email if you're super interested. I mean, this obviously uses some development credits and stuff. But anyways, without getting too technical, I have this one locked down, and I kind of need to garner some interest first. The TCG price tracker prototype is available right now. But this is also in beta version as well. So, you know, take it all with a grain of salt, but I am building stuff here, and I really wanted to show you guys because someday this is going to be a full-fledged application. And yeah, you'll be the first to know about it. So peace out. Thanks for joining me as always, guys.